Hey duders, welcome back to Oscar Obsessed ADHD. Wow, what a night the actor awards were. I went 5 for 6, which sounds great, except for now my Oscar board is in complete chaos. For those of us that thought the actor awards were gonna somehow provide some clarity for the Oscars, let's just say it didn't. And so today we're gonna break down and talk about what exactly this means for the Oscars and our future predictions. This season keeps pretending that there's a front runner, and then every award season, things get flipped on their head, and the actor awards just prove that there's a crack in the foundation. And so if you're tracking all this awards chaos with me, make sure you're subscribed. Here's where the night started and where the chaos actually began to unfold. The Stunt Ensemble category. First off, they announce it 30 minutes before the awards showtime is even supposed to start. And I get it, we all knew Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning was gonna win, but that doesn't diminish what the category is supposed to be about. Like, if you're gonna have a category, give the people their props. I mean, honestly, or just don't even have the category, because it was just kind of thrown in there on the red carpet. So here's what I have to say. Screen Actors Guild, do more better. Have a category, honor the category. Actress in a leading role. I mean, it went Jessie Buckley. I think we all kind of knew it would go Jessie Buckley. I mean, she is this year's Kieran Culkin. And gang, you know there always has to be at least one in every season. And I mean, honestly, she's nailed 4 out of 4 of the precursors. I mean, Rose Byrne's in there because Golden Globe separates drama from, musical or comedy. And not to take anything away, but every time Rose and Jessie go head to head, Jessie wins. So let's be honest, it's happening again. Jessie's gonna win the Oscar. That's my prediction. That one I definitely don't see changing. And anyone who doesn't have Jessie Buckley picked for their choice, what are you guys thinking? Now, where things start to get interesting. Sean Penn's out there. He wins the actor award. He doesn't even have to show up to the ceremony. He's not doing any campaigning, which I read online is maybe actually the smartest thing that Sean Penn can do, which, to be quite honest, is actually a pretty smart campaign move for Sean Penn. And he's nailing it, right? A lot of people will now say that because Sean Penn won the actor award, that definitely means he's winning the Oscar, right? Because Screen Actors Guild has the biggest crossover in the Academy. Okay, yeah, I get it, but there's 160,000 members of SAG, and there's only like 10,400 some odd voting members in the Academy, and of that, 1,300 of them are actors. So you gotta consider what the rest of the Academy might be thinking about Sean Penn. And the fact that the Academy body is 24% international, does that bode better for, like, Stellan Skarsgård? Right? I mean, right now, here's where the race stands. With Sean Penn's win at the Actor Awards and then BAFTA last week, he's at 2. You've got Jacob Elordi with the Critics' Choice Award, so he's got 1. Stellan Skarsgård has the 1 win for Golden Globes. Now, Skarsgård wasn't nominated at the Actor Awards because the Actor Awards didn't nominate anyone internationally, which, shame on you, Screen Actors Guild. Again, do more better. But we have to consider that the Oscar race comes down to basically Penn versus Skarsgård. And for me, when you talk about the entire Academy body, the international prestige of it all, you've got Skarsgård in Sentimental Value, which is nominated for Best Picture, Best International Film, and his 3 co-stars are also nominated for Oscars. There's the new Academy rule where you've got to watch a film in order to vote in that category. So, of course, everyone will have seen Sentimental Value. For me, I think I've got to lean towards Skarsgård. We have to kind of look at the career narrative for Skarsgård, right? He's been in the business forever. This is his first Academy Award nomination. Sean Penn, he's been around. He's gotten 5 previous Oscar nominations, all for lead actor, and he's won 2 of them, right? 2004, he won for Mystic River. Then 2009, he won for Milk. I just think that this is Skarsgård's time. I think is in the right movie. And so for me, that's going to be my pick. Let's talk actor in a leading role. From the beginning of award season, this one was Timothée Chalamet's to lose. And honestly, I was one of those people who thought he was probably going to sweep it. Yet slowly, we've been witnessing him lose his foothold for the Oscars. You have Chalamet in a role that he himself has described as his best performance ever, where he leaves it all out on the field. I mean, the dude traveled with a ping pong table and has been practicing table tennis for over 6 years. And the Academy does love Timothée. I mean, he's been nominated twice before. both in lead actor roles, and the guy has starred himself, prior to Marty Supreme, in 8 Best Picture nominated films. The guy is a phenomenal actor. Let's be clear, Timmy started out the award season very strong. He won the Critics' Choice Award, he won Golden Globe, but then all of a sudden, last week at BAFTA, we saw the wheels fall off the bus, right? He lost to Robert Aramora, and then the shock heard round the world.
You are shining herald of Michael B. Jordan!
Michael B. Jordan just shook up the entire 2026 Oscars race with that win. And I mean, Viola Davis could not have contained herself anymore. Everybody in that auditorium was happy with Michael B. Jordan's win, except for maybe Timothée Chalamet. Seriously, looking at this breakdown, where does this leave us for the Oscars? Internationally, we've got Wagner Moura, we've got the momentum of Michael B. Jordan and Sinners right now. You also have the non-stop campaigning for Timothée Chalamet. I mean, it's like the dude has photocopied himself and is out everywhere. We also need to remember that Oscar voting opened up the day after the BAFTAs and doesn't close until March 5th. So, you know, Sinners, Michael B. Jordan, we've got all of this momentum. This was the category I got wrong because I thought there might be an upset, but I really thought the upset would come from Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon because Ethan Hawke is an actor's actor. And don't get me wrong though, I'm not mad for getting this one wrong because Michael B. Jordan is my personal pick. I think he did fabulous in Sinners. Right now, I'm so torn, right? Because heart and head, and I was hoping that the data would help me understand this one better, but it doesn't. So I think at the end of the day, I'm just gonna have to go with my heart and I'm gonna go Michael B. Jordan. The guy plays 2 characters in one movie, Smokestack. He provides a phenomenal performance. Maybe Timmy should take a page out of Sean Penn's playbook and maybe not campaign quite as much. I don't know. And if lead actor provided doubt, supporting actress is where the season completely loses its mind. I mean, on paper, this one should have been Ariana Grande's, right? Everyone said last year, oh, they gave it to Zoe Saldana because they were gonna give it to Ariana Grande after the whole series was wrapped up. But whether it's industry bias, genre bias, voter division, whatever, Ariana Grande didn't make the cut. I gotta get over it. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I just really love Wicked for Good. That does not undermine what these amazing supporting actresses in this category have done. And if we think we're divided, the awards body is divided. I mean, let's just take a look. Amy Madigan for Weapons secures the first win of the season with Critics' Choice Award. She then wins the last award show, you know, which happens during voting body with the Actors Award. But in between there, you've got Golden Globe going to Teyana Taylor from One Battle After Another. BAFTA went Wunmi Masaku from Sinners. Both of those performances are fabulous. But what we have to look at, or at least for my ADHD OCD mind, we look at where does the data happen? Critics' Choice, all 3 battled, Amy Madigan won. At the Golden Globes, Wunmi wasn't nominated, right? At BAFTA, Amy Madigan wasn't nominated. Actor Awards, okay, we now get all 3 women going head to head again, and Amy Madigan wins. So from a data perspective, every time the 3 go head to head, Amy Madigan comes out the winner. So for me, using that rationale and going on the strength of her performance, it's a great horror movie, I've got to go with, you guessed it, Amy Madigan for the win. I think there's something about her that is appealing to the Academy voters. I mean, the last time she was nominated for an Oscar was in 1982 for Twice in a Lifetime. I think she has not only the performance in Weapons, but she has the career narrative, and it all just comes wrapped together. I think this is a case for me where both head and heart come together with like the perfect prediction. And so for me, it's got to be Madigan. And now we get to Best Cast, the category that isn't just about casting. This is the category that everyone says is basically SAG's equivalent of Best Picture. Yet we have to ask ourselves, how well does this correlate to Oscar Best Picture? What exactly are SAG voters looking for when they vote in this category? I'm not going to try to unpack the 30-year history today. I'll get to that like in a later video. For now, let's just say that this win at this exact moment matters, right? You've got Sinners winning Best Cast, you then have Jordan's Best Lead Actor win, and you combine all of that together with the momentum, we get ourselves an Oscar Best Picture race, which provides awards season chaos, which my ADHD and I absolutely love. Okay, so we're not going to break down the 30-year history. We do have to say, though, exactly half of the time, the SAG Ensemble winner correlates to the Best Picture winner. Will that happen again this year? I don't know. It could, but I think there's one factor that we need to consider in all of this, and that factor is Paul Thomas Anderson. There is absolutely no denying the love that the Academy has for Paul Thomas Anderson. The dude was nominated 3 times this year, 11 times prior to One Battle After Another. 5 of those have been for screenplay, 3 of them have been for Best Director, and 3 of them have been for Best Picture. Critics love his films. I mean, each one of Paul Thomas Anderson's Best Picture nominated films are over 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. One Battle After Another actually has the highest at 94%. If there was ever a film that was going to give PTA Oscar Gold, I think this one's it. I know, you're saying, but Lisa, they could give Best Director to Paul Thomas Anderson. That would give him his Oscar Gold, and they could go with, Sinners for the movie. I get it. I just don't know that we're going to see that happen, because you have a movie here with One Battle After Another that fans love, critics love. I mean, box office loves it. I'm so very torn on this one because fans and critics love both Sinners and One Battle After Another. I mean, I love both of these movies. I just think there's something about Paul Thomas Anderson. And I'm not discounting like Sinners' momentum and what they've got going on. And precursors for ensemble and casting aren't really helping me, right? Because you got Critics' Choice that went Sinners, you got BAFTA that went I Swear. For those awards, are they really looking at ensemble? Are they really looking at casting director? I'm honestly so torn on this one because both Sinners and One Battle After Another are great films. Precursors aren't helping me. I think there's so much up in the air about, where momentum is going to get them from the Actors Award, the love for Paul Thomas Anderson. I think, though, for me right now, I've got to say, given history, given the 11 previous Oscar nominations, I am going to go with One Battle After Another for Best Picture. It's Paul Thomas Anderson. It's One Battle After Another. It's a movie with so many co-stars. I mean, guys, let's be real. I mean, you got Tiana Taylor, Chase Infinity, Benicio del Toro, Sean Penn, Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't think there's any understating that. So after tonight, do we have clarity? Not really. We have momentum, we have fractures, we have races that refuse to settle in. And that's what makes this season so fascinating. Nothing's locked. Not yet, and I don't think it's going to be. I think on Oscar night, we're going to get some surprises. Let's just hope that we're on the right side of those picks. As of today, these are my picks. Obviously, they're probably going to change before awards night, so make sure you follow me on the Awards Expert app or go out to my website and check out the award season tracker to keep up to date on all of my changes. The award season is chaos. My ADHD loves me some chaos. Keep following me for more chaos, and we'll see what survives Oscar night. Peace, love, and more to come later. How did the Actor Awards impact your Oscar predictions? Let me know in the comments below.